Okay, let me show you this. Basically for the last, I'd say 45 minutes, all I've been doing is dry fitting, sanding, dry fitting, sanding, dry fitting, sanding. I've sort of reached a point now where I'm quite happy. The situation was here, this panel, it's still slightly bulging out, but this was out maybe about 1/2 mil here throughout this panel. So what I had to do was find out where it was coming from, and I've just sort of pared down the plastic inside here, but mainly on that side there, right there, taking that all down, sanding it, shaping it like slowly, so scrape off a bit, dry fit, slip, and it does take a while. It took more time to do that than the actual assembly of those upper panels, but believe me, it's worth it because we're going to minimise our tidy up. And to me, if there's one thing I do not like, it would be bulged out panels that just look el sucker. The other thing that we've done now, let's point this out as well. Okay, this is the assembly of the gun, which we've already done. We've already placed that inside its mantlet, and then it's got all this what are you going to call it, mechanism that links up with the sighting optics. And what you do is you get that part links up, so when you turn the gun, the sight also moves. Isn't that cool? Nope. The way we're going to get around that is we're not going to put in any of these parts, and simply we are not going to play with it, and that's what we'll do. I'll just show you how this fits. We can't use the fast-acting weld glue anymore. We need to use the normal thin glue. This is dry fit inside here. There's a question again, it's probably better off cementing this into place. However, I'm not. So this guy fits like so, and it sort of gets sandwiched in between there. And just make sure that it is sandwiched in there. We don't want to have a situation where the whole gun barrel collapses into the body of the tank. So we're actually just going to use our normal glue, and we just need to be careful. And the best way to do this is, instead of just running it everywhere and all around, we're going to approach it like so. We're just going to do a couple of panels at a time. So let's just be careful. Allow the capillary action to work for us. And we'll start off with these panels here. Put a fair bit in. We can make a bit of a squeeze later on, but let's just start by getting the glue into basically the cracks, and try not to eliminate the detail. All we need is you see that the fit is overall, it's pretty excellent. So let's just move onto this panel. Don't overload the brush with glue, just let it zip down these lines, and then what we'll do is apply very minimal pressure. You might have just seen that ooze that comes out of there. That's where the weld action's working. The cement is active, melting the plastic. Here we've got a bit of a gap, can't do anything about that. Got a bit of a gap there, can't do anything about that. Next section to do is here. Get the roof glued on. We'll start with that section there, and then we're going to start pressing this panel in and use a bit of pressure here. And what I'm going to do is, I've still got a slight problem at the back there. I'm just going to set this panel, leave it for about maybe about 30 minutes or so till I've got a good firm bond. Then we're going to go back to that. So let's just leave that for now. Things are looking pretty tight. You can see there's a couple of gaps, but it's not bad. It's pretty clean. The main thing is so far I haven't damaged any of the bolts, which was really the concern here. And then again, at this stage as well, we can actually go in. We can go in and start fitting the deck now. This rear deck, no problem at all in doing that. So let's squeeze that guy into place. Again, we're going to have to defer from using the fast stuff, the hot glue, because we can't actually access any of the areas. I just want to check the fit here, which is it's okay. Fortunately, a hidden area behind here, but it's okay. Just want to make sure that is going to get sealed up. That's all pretty clean. That looks okay. Actually, I've just spotted, yeah, if you want to do anything, let's just do a very light pass on these beveled edges. Just use the coarse side of the stick and just do a quick pass. Also as well, when you do this, you actually get like little, create a coarse edge, and also you get fuzz, sort of like little plastic remnants. That actually helps the glue because it acts as like a little microfiller in there. Okay, so let's go in with this back deck now. Just check everything's nice and tight. Is there a gap there? There's a slight one, but overall, I think that's pretty nice. That looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to start here on this rear quadrant and start getting this back deck in. So let's start doing that. Can run a big blob inside here, no problem here. Can't see any of this stuff. And this is where we want some strength. And then down these beveled edges here, which is a pretty seamless join. Try and avoid exerting too much pressure. At an early stage, but now you can see that's just closed up totally, and that one's pretty good. Just a little drop here, and that will melt up the plastic, allow it to form. So now I've got a really nice tight joint at the back there, which is making me happy. So let's leave this. I'm not going to even work on it. You see how this is opened up now? We'll leave that for a while. That was there anyways, nothing to worry about. And then we're going to come back and do this guy here just after we let everything set off. And we'll run now and again. We'll just get some more liquid glue and just run it down some of these panels. Leave it for a little while and just do a little press. See the gun come out? That's even tightening up more, so there's even more chance. Don't need to use any clamps or anything. That's gone nice and tight there. It's looking really sweet, looking really good. There's you're gonna have to deal with this in a different way, this one here, but I'll show you that later on. Okay, while that hole's been sort of setting, I've been working on some other bits like these beams that go on the roof. I'll show you how these go on. They are pretty nice, snug fit. Make sure everything lines up. And then we just run some liquid cement as always down here. And then I'm going to press fit that in to make sure she's nice and firm. And then let's just repeat this just down in the side. Down there. Let's give it a slight press. Looks good. Okay. What I found was that this gap here, the last one that we need to do. Let me just show you that. Right. This gap here, the last one. So we get that in focus right there. It's sort of closed up by itself. And now all we need to do is just add a little bit more liquid cement into there, make the plastic soft. Do that in there. So be careful, we're going to press it in. Be careful you don't get your fingers on the glue bits. But then, actually maybe better off to just use a tool at this stage. And just pull this in. And that is definitely good enough for me. Nice clean joint there. Got a little bit to do on the top edge, but other than that, pretty awesome. Okay, in the meantime as well, I've added those parts on which are like the transmission cover cases, like where they bolt together. Built up the air filters. Or are they air filters? No, I think they're exhaust. Well, I'm talking about their exhaust, because they're exhaust. They go on there. Got to build up that back deck. I've started on that. I'm just going to show you something. These are a little bit fiddly. Let's see if we can get them in focus. There we are, a bit fiddly. When you're assembling it, helps sometimes to leave a bit of sprue on, and then just snip it off, and ready to go. So we'll build up that, and then really we'll just be adding on the details. So she's basically the whole part's nearly complete. Okay, what we've done is we've just added in. We just used the Molotow chrome marker to colour in the headlights prior to attaching them. We'll put on the transparent part in a second. This is glued on now, which was, get you into focus. This is the gunner's periscope. It doesn't rotate with the gun, but yeah, okay, big deal. Started fixing the details, which is these side lights. Notice I've got a bit of sprue there. That's how I positioned it, and it's holding in position while the glue settles. The instructions show the hatch basically fully open, which means that you can see inside an empty plastic box. Well, we're not doing that. Instead, we're just sort of posing it ever so slightly open to sort of give that impression it is it has got an inside to it. And I've done the same in this side hatch, and then that side hatch is closed, that, well, vision port is closed. So it's asymmetric, which adds some interest as well to the vehicle. So let's just continue on, build up the rest of the details, and we'll come back and show you how to do the photo etch.